Sorry if you guys are wobbly. All right. Welcome. Nature Infused Ash here. Awakening humanity alongside nature, Bigfoot, Sasquatch, Sabe. Um, yeah. Anywho, I'll just let some of you join. Let me know where you're from, where you're tuning in from. I'm up in Canada. Oh, did you see it? Yep. Cool. That was cool. Go back and watch that. You'll see him up here in the corner. Evening camping with Sasquatch. Welcome. Anyways, from Texas. How's it going in Texas? Have you had any success in Texas camping with Sasquatch? Went out, I guess, beginning of May? I guess it's almost the end of May. And that was a pretty great experience for sure. Had a live interaction and he snapped a new tree break, found tons of new tree breaks, which was great. And I was playing the sound bowls and talking, and next thing you know, I allowed it to like hum out, and just sitting there talking, and all of a sudden you hear this snap. I'm like, oh, okay, I know he's there. But I didn't really respond or, give that much of attention to it. And then next thing you know, it was like, snap! I'm like, oh, yep, that's a Sasquatch. You're like, yeah, that's a Sasquatch. So I tried playing the bowls again to see if he would come closer, what kind of more of an interaction we could achieve from that. And then you could feel their presence, and so we decided to go into the bush and see if we could find where the break was and go in and see if we could find him or whatever, right? And which we did, and it was very interesting to see what was happening. Do you know the Muffin Man? Yeah. I recently heard a beautiful knock as I was going to retrieve my recorder. Amazing. So did you get that beautiful knock on your recording? It's just cool, it's nice to just have those with our own evidence, right? Anyways, as we were going into the bush to follow him, which was very interesting because you don't want to it's hard to, I guess, decipher what kind of energy they want to play with, right? Like, are we playing hide and seek? I've seen a UFO once. That's cool. Yeah, I've seen, I guess, UFOs too. I mean, to me, I don't know, lots of people can see them all the time. I'm like, interesting. We've taken people out on an expedition that have done those, what are they? See something where they call in the UFOs. You did record it. I was maybe 30 seconds from it. That's cool. So anyways, as we were following him, we'd walk 5 feet and then he would walk 5 feet. And it's interesting because of the footage that was caught at the end of the year by an expeditioner that was shared with me after the last, CE5 outing with discovering Bigfoot. And I did that video. So then an expeditioner went through his footage, and it was so cool to see the Sasquatch walking. So now when I'm in the bush, I always feel the energy, but I'm really down low, down to the ground, because in the video, you can see him up in the tree. But what is, I find mind-blowing myself, is you can see his I guess his lower, what you would call a calf on a human, and his feet, and you could see his hair hanging off his, it's just like, wow, it was mind-blowing, because I guess, I've interacted with these Sasquatch so many times, and to actually have physical video of the Sasquatch, they sit there and they spy on us and we could be 5 feet away and they could just be standing there. We wouldn't even know. That's how good they are and the abilities they are able to achieve when doing that. But what happened was every time we would move, he would move. And it was like, I'm like, oh, he's mimicking. He's mimicking Todd. And it was like very interesting. And as, you know, I found some more tree breaks, but then we're like, okay, let's go back to camp. And started going back to camp. And then you could feel his presence. He was moving back towards us. So as, again, it was like, okay, we go towards, they go back. We go back to camp, and then he goes, you know, towards us. Good day, G420, 420. Welcome, welcome. Currently, my vehicle is being pelted by these nuts. One as I typed. Trying to determine if it's someone. Interesting. Guess you could tell, does it feel more like intentional, right? Like, I've had nuts thrown at me and I'm like, you freaking little squirrel. And that wasn't a squirrel, it was an actual Sasquatch. And I was like, oh, and he went and pushed over the tree just to verify that it was a Sasquatch, not a squirrel. I mean, maybe he was the squirrel and then turned into Sasquatch. I don't know. Get a little crazy, I guess, right? So is there a lot of trees out in Texas? Like, to me, when I have never been there, and I know Leslie wants me to come out, but I feel like it's very, I don't know, like hot and dry. So like, what kind of terrain is it? Like here, obviously, you know, it's like terrain that's like thick bush. There's lots of trees. You know, it's just bush. I just gotta, I guess, explore more, right? I don't know. Anyways, let me know where you guys are tuning in from. Yeah, if yeah, donate money. That's funny because, you know, my daughter's like, why don't you show off your feet for money? That's hilarious. Camping with Sasquatch. If it's not natural, it feels playful. Wow, one just landed right next to my foot, and I did hear a tree crash yesterday. See, so, but now why would, I don't know, do you have squirrels down there? Chipmunks? To me, it's like they're trying to get your attention, right? And it's coming close enough to land beside you, but not typically at you. It's pretty flat, just endless trees. What type of trees? I feel like I should know this, but I don't. If you don't for me, would you do it for your daughter? You're funny. Funny, funny, funny. I'm not showing my feet, but thanks. Welcome, Patrick and Patrick's wife, Laura. Pat and Laura from Oklahoma. Welcome, welcome. So what type of trees? Like, I know we have a lot of pine, white fir, spruce, poplar. And I guess like your bush and stuff, like willows and yeah. But like in the vast wilderness where we go on expedition and out into the wilderness, pine and white fir most of the time. And then I like to go up to northern Alberta as well, and pine, spruce, yeah. Anyways, what else? Oh, the fresh new tree breaks. Maybe one day the video will be out on the other channel. I did make a shorts, but I didn't really take any recording devices or anything like that. Welcome, embrace the journey. Nice to see you here. T from Washington State. Appreciate you showing up. And with your question last night, it will probably be started because it was such a great question, and I said, and I brought that to his attention afterwards that I really wanted to hear his perspective because, I mean, oh, I guess I could just tell you what he said when I said, well, what's the, you know, what's your answer? What do you think? He's like, absolutely, Sasquatch, help They are social and they would help other Sasquatch that needed or required the help. So he did, but he also might start his live with that question, embrace the journey. But yeah, anywho, what herbs is everyone connecting with? I did a lot. It's nice to finally see the dandelions coming out. Do see a lot of, haven't seen red clover this year. Not yet anyways. Strawberries are starting to come out more so where we go do research. Always connecting with the medicinal mushrooms. Just to keep that pineal gland open and connected to the mycelium so we can really anchor in, well, Sasquatch Sabe always is like mushrooms, medicinal mushrooms, you guys, like chagas and turkey tails, reishi, there's more, cordyceps, those powerful mushrooms, not like your button mushrooms and stuff that you cook with. Yeah, well, you can cook with those mushrooms as well. However, and teas, red clover. I was doing a lot of dandelion root, not the leaf, just the root, just so it functions more with the liver, and really connecting with the herbs that are of the heart to stay open from the head to the heart. Doing a lot of different energy techniques. Last night there was a mention of, you know, Sasquatch, they do have the abilities of energy clearing, but I wanted to touch base with this community to talk about energy clearings, as we humans can do this too, which is profound, and not just Sasquatch. Sasquatch is here to definitely teach us a lot more of our abilities that have been laying dormant within our DNA, right? Telepathy, strengthening that, remote viewing, psychic visions have been coming in. I'm not too sure how I like that. I kind of shut that down, or just say, okay, I notice it, but I don't require that information. So it's having the discernment with what you want to achieve for yourself and what gifts you want to bring online as well. Embrace the journey. I had been wondering about the birthing process and if other of the female Sasquatch would help out. Yeah, absolutely, right? They're definitely more community, and I think that's what they want from, you know, even us humans. More community, because we used to be so much more community orientated, tribal and stuff like that, right? So it's like, can we get back to the roots of what, you know, what Mother Nature has, and God source energy has created for us humans. And yeah, so it's definitely interesting to know. And then even if they're traveling and stuff, and there's such a, I don't want to say a pack, because more of a tribe is what they tell me, is how I, when they show me this vision, like if I, so just like last July, I think it was last July, when I set ourselves up in the video where we're playing sound bowls and we see the Sasquatch, or I see the Sasquatch, they totally gave me that vision. So, oh my gosh, a ladybug. Isn't that amazing? Come here, cute little ladybug. So, pretty ladybug, ladybird. Anyways, what was I talking? Oh, Sasquatch. So they keep giving me this vision. So if I line up, he wants to fly. If I line up exactly like, so the frequency has to be match what they're giving me. So they give me an image, and I'll know by the way it feels when I achieve that image. And once I achieve that, and I, you know, teleportation, woo, there, here he goes, happens, we can teleport. So when we were out with, it's one of the Sasquatch podcasts. Oh no, Brian from Sasquatch Odyssey. Yes, that's it. We found this huge tree, and it's a sacred tree, probably one of the biggest ones in the forest in that area. And when I had my back against the tree, there was a triangle, and I heard and seen the image that if I come into coherence, resonance with that tree, then I would be able to use that as a conduit and call it teleportation to where they are. So they give me this location, this is what it looks like. And when they say, and welcome, this is our tribe, there's all of them like standing in a circle. And I'm like, very interesting. Like, it's exciting, but the process to get there is intimidating. Because going through liminal space, and I mean, the more I practice, the more it happens, the more I go out there with people that have an understanding of liminal space, adjusting frequencies, coming into resonance, and actually like kind of going through these energetics of nature through portals and stuff. Again, that's the quantum. Nature is the quantum. And once we know how to engage and really activate these and open them ourselves, I think I'll have more of a peace with being able to, attempt to go into coherence with a tree and that specific tree and see what happens, right? Like, I've seen videos around going, oh, look at these two trees and look at the portal between it. And I can see that that's very, very interesting, that I can see the portal. And you guys, I don't know, who is it? That's Scott. One of those, I probably shouldn't mention the name on here, but whatever. Scott Carpenter, whichever. He has video of the portals opening up behind him, because he puts his backpack, or not his backpack, but like his, what do you call them, GoPro, on the back facing, so whatever comes up behind him, you could see them closing. So I know, because of what I've been shown by Sasquatch and what I've been learning, that it is possible. And definitely for myself, but again, it's releasing that fear. Like, okay, yeah, let's just disappear, let's just teleport. Like, I don't know about that. How do I know I'm coming back? That's the scary part. And it wouldn't be scary if I didn't have a 9-year-old boy, right? Be okay, cool. If it was just, didn't have that worry. Maybe in another 10 years, right? 10, yeah, that seems about right. So John Lewis, there are some stories I've seen on TV that has given the idea that there is a connection with extraterrestrial life and Sasquatch. Yes. I mean, I can see why. Maybe it's a different frequency. I have not seen the connection between Sasquatch and extraterrestrials. I know that Sasquatch can turn into orbs and like themselves and transport through the forest, or teleport. Maybe they're turning into an orb to teleport. Again, this is all discovery. It's all trying to figure this out. And the first time ever, when I was back in 2021 of October, when I was first placed on this path by Source, we were driving into the exhibit, like into the research area, and I seen this green light. It was like from the ground all the way out into the space, into the universe, whatever, way up into the sky. And it kind of looked like, how you a spotlight, but it wasn't, because it's green, and there shouldn't be any kind of spotlight over there, which was weird. And that was probably one of the best interactions, like everyday interactions. That's when Sasquatch was down below, stomping and smashing and whooping and taking apples, and like the busiest, I guess, time out there was when I saw the green light. So is that, connected? I don't know. Can they be using the extraterrestrials from a different, to help trust? Like, I don't know. Like, that to me is so outside of myself that that's why I guess I don't do the extraterrestrial. It's just so outside. I like going inward, right? I call it the inward journey. It's that self journey, discovering who we really are, remembering who we really are, and then connecting to earth where Sasquatch is, and really is that, like someone once told me, they're like, oh, you have contact, like on earth contact, that's it, not like off planet contact. Anyways, I don't know what else to talk about. Hopefully we'll get out this Thursday on expedition for 4 days, see what happens. I will make a point of filming more. Maybe I'll do my live next Thursday while I'm out there, as long as everything is smooth. What else? Yeah, I don't know. There's a wall. Anyways, I guess. What do you guys want to talk about? I don't know. Want more engagement. Let's go back to energy clearings. Does anyone know what an energy healer is and how you actually can clear energy and blocks out of the body, eliminating and removing subconscious beliefs? Could talk about that. We could talk about distortions of society. Yeah, the green orbs were mentioned in one of the stories with Sasquatch. Right? And see, now when we saw the green eyes that night, I was shown the extraterrestrial spacecrafts in the sky. Were there orbs? I guess, I mean, to me, they were more like light beings. They were like small. I identify those as light beings. Orbs, I want to see like this or bigger. Portals would be interesting, but dangerous at the same time. Yeah, how to get back, and where are you if you can't get back? Exactly. So that's where that's that intimidating, and it's like, how do you open up to that, right? How do you become safe enough to know? And that's where, again, we're learning, we're playing. I mean, 5 years from now, maybe that'll change, and it'll be like, oh, I have the ability, I know how to use that energy. So just like energy clearing, I know how to play with that. I know, how to make those energy balls, like, okay, not not my food energy balls, but like the energy like between your hands, and using that, and that chi, or our chi, using that as energy. So and learning liminal space, going from physical into that liminal space, and then into the other, time warp, time space continuum, kind of understanding that. So talking about portals, to me, so this has happened a couple times now, and the last time we went out, and I was like to Todd, I'm like, we came to this location, and I felt all of a sudden like I was following the energy, and all of a sudden I come to this circle of trees, and I start spinning, and I'm like, whoa, this is like an energetic spot. And to me, I said to myself, this is like a portal, because I'm sitting here and I'm spinning and I'm spinning. There's no reason I should be spinning around. And I'm like, okay, so I back out of that area, and I'm like, So to me, what I do is I note that back here. So when I experience that again, that must be an opening to a portal. So again, as we learn this, and maybe next time I do this, as this is coming to me, what direction am I spinning? Am I going counterclockwise, or am I going clockwise? Is a portal going to open when we're going clockwise? Does a portal open when it's counterclockwise? And then who knows, like you get dropped out at somewhere else. Where is that somewhere else? So always making sure, like this is what I do, and I finally came conscious of it, was I was always like just taking sticks and snapping them as I go around the forest. And in the discovery of last summer, that before we went into liminal space, as long as we had that physicalness, we would appear back at that location for the most part. So that's another thing. So maybe like when you find a portal, when you're comfortable enough, is dropping that stick or making that physical, because even human pathways through the forest, like that have been, maybe it's even just wild game path as well, that seems to be more physical. I don't know, possibly But anyways, it's just making sure that physicalness is, once you find that portal, so this is what I would do as I sit here and blab. Okay, I found a portal, but make sure you break it. Make sure, you know, I'm going to want to be with someone I trust that can do this journey with me. I do like doing this with Leslie from Texas. She understands this and it has happened to her while driving. So, you know, with people with experience going through liminal space, this is the only reason I learned about it, or else I probably would have lost my mind. I was, yeah, to come back to your human body and to feel all those dense emotions and feelings that us humans have. Oh, it was not fun. But it would just find that trust, and I guess just play with it, right? Can we open it? And I wonder if we have technology that could pick something up like that, like if the energy's spinning. And we have the paranormal people. Any of you know the technology that can be used? I know I could probably ask my daughter, and she'd be like, "Oh, use this device," because she follows those twins, or I don't know who they are. But yeah, anyways. Just guess more devices on energy, right? That'd be able to tell if something's opening up or closing, or if there's a portal there, not just with our own instincts or intuition. And yes. Anyways. What else? What else? What else? I don't know. Those birds. Anyways, I guess I will log off or whatever you say. But anyways, I want to say thank you to all who joined, and we'll get back here next Thursday. Out in the bush is the plan, out in the deep, vast wilderness. And hey, maybe we'll have Sasquatch actually appear. In Sedona, Arizona, there are supposedly these portals. There are also reports of people going into them, not knowing what they are, going into, yeah, see, exactly, never been heard again, missing 411. And that's where I go, you know, it's not always Sasquatch. It's definitely these liminal spaces and portals, absolutely. And, you know, maybe the people that do come back, Sasquatch actually helps them, because everyone I've talked to, it's, nope, Sasquatch actually led me out of the bush or guided me, or, you know, that kind of stuff. Oh, welcome, the Vernon 52. Last weekend, I laid my hand on a 600-plus-year-old, okay, a tree I cannot pronounce on the way to Mount Misery. You know, those pictures you sent were unreal. The energy was so fresh and so new and so lively, and oh my goodness, like so much rebirth in that energy. The sky was unreal, which is very odd. Like, yeah, spectacular photos. Energy was amazing. I got a painful surge of energy into my hands that I have never felt before. Not sure what it means. So like, this is our, like, there are chakras, right? So again, this is, I always activate my hands. So maybe it's trying to show you to activate your hands, which then is like it's connected to the heart as well. Namaste, forget me not. Hello, hello. I am doing well, doing well. Hope you are doing well. Welcome and thank you for being here. But yeah, opening up your hands and maybe working with the chi. Maybe that's just, I don't know. I'm just being guided to, yeah. Anyways, woo, share with that. Yeah, because I find that my hands, it's keeping them open, keeping the heart open. There's a lot to do with the liver and as well with that, and then the spleen, to making sure that blood. But again, it's everything is just, maybe it's just a way to show you that you're And then again, what were you around when in that area? I don't even know if you're here anymore. So were you around like quartz? Were you around something that maybe wanted you to lay your hands on that? Yeah. I keep hearing like, or seeing ground, like not like ground yourself, but maybe like the energy, or maybe there was an energy. I don't know. But yeah, thank you all for showing up. Coming through the tree from the earth. I felt it was coming through the tree from the earth. Yeah, see, and that's where I'm like, it's like on the ground. Interesting. See, it could be like a ley line too, right? Like some kind of energy, and you're picking up on it, even if it hurts in your hand. Like sometimes we have to go through pain to be able to activate these gifts, right? Give that puppy of yours a big hug for us. Love hearing the birds singing behind you. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, she's amazing. She's pretty great. She is like, yeah, the universe sent her because she was totally meant to be my dog. And it's like, yeah, it's amazing. So thank you. I will definitely give her a big hug. Willow was pretty darn cute as well. But yeah, her name is Jilly. She came as Jill. She's 8 months old, but so smart and wants to learn so much. And she's so energy sensitive. So it's really anchoring in my telepathy with her and knowing that she is sensing energy. So it's amazing because it's like she's like my guide to discern what I'm feeling as true or as false, which is just amazing. And Jack Russell has such an attitude. Like, I like attitude. Like, they have their own personality, I guess I should say. It's not an attitude. I mean, if you're mean, I'm sure she would have an attitude. But like such a good girl. Like, amazing. For sure. So happy. I followed my intuition, followed the universe's energy, and opened up, and there she was. So definitely grateful for that. But yeah, anyways, busy bee. How has anyone seen bumblebees? How are the bees doing down where you are? Embrace the journey, Vernon 52, the Vernon 52. Are you guys seeing the bees? Far and few between up here, which doesn't feel so good because I know how important our bees are, and I love their, well, that's amazing. We'll send some up here. Namaste, forget me not. That's amazing. I'm glad to hear that. Embrace the journey as if she chose you and you chose her. Connection. Absolutely. Absolutely. For sure. Yeah. The bees. I just love. I got to try some raw bee honey, raw honey with pollen, bee pollen in it, and wow, that was like, to me, like, that is medicine. It's so medicinal. I can taste the medicinal in that raw honey. It was like, whoa, that's amazing. They are here, and Willow tries chasing them. Yeah, I bet. It's like, don't bite it, don't bite it. Good. Happy to hear it. Happy to hear it. Like the bees. And it's always nice to know what's happening in other areas because, you never know. No bees this year at all this year. Very sad. Yeah. See, and I find it's dependent on the area. So we're not really like, I mean, we should have a lot. And then pollinating the dandelions, which is not happening. But that just goes, I guess I need to be a beekeeper, start collecting the bees. And I know some beekeepers, they had to pull back their scale because the bears and also just with everything that's going on. So I'm happy to hear that they are in some places. Yeah. Yes. Do have some mallard ducks kicking around here. I don't know, the wild ducks like to play with our not wild ducks, which is cool. Oh, look, a blue herring. Oh, you guys. Oh, there he goes. He's gonna land. He's gonna land. Sorry. He's going to land over there in the creek. Cool. Yeah, anyways. It's nice to be here. Thank you guys so much for joining. I'll be, again, I will show up next Thursday. And give or take, doesn't matter if I'm in the bush or not. I'll be showing up. Try to get some more. Jane says hi, do it. Not sure what that means. The only thing that said, oh, I should go walk over there and see the blue heron. Do it. Okay, do it. I guess maybe that's for next Thursday, right? I swear there's a bird right beside me, but sounds bigger than a chickadee, so I'm not sure. Anyways, thank you guys so much for being here. Blessings to all of you. Much love. And we'll see you again next Thursday as we go boots on the ground. Back at the location, yes, or back with the physical branch or tree with location. I think an orbit around the sun, Earth's location would be different than a few minutes ago. Yeah. Funny because I haven't heard from her for a long time. Amazing. Well, you know, that makes me happy because, you know, and I think it's been a season of really going in. We are being caterpillars, right? Now we're opening up, we're gonna rebirth, right? Is how I feel with Sasquatch. They're teaching us a huge lesson right now. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Namaste, forget me not. Appreciate you and that support. Love it. Support is always appreciated and so grateful. It just helps continue on this amazing journey with all of you amazing beings of light, beacons of light, right? You mentioned energy earlier. Would that be like chakra? Right. So each energy, we do have energy centers. So everything is energy, and chakras are energy centers in our body that we're able to activate, keep open, and stuff like that, right? So let's touch on this. Sure. Right now so Sasquatch is really trying to even teach with the chakras, with the energy. Now it's going to be more than just our chakras in our body, like the root, the sacral, the solar, the heart, the throat, and the third eye, pineal, crown, right? There's more. So we have chakras in our hearts. That's again activating. We want to activate those chakras in our hands. And then we have ley lines within our body, just like we do within the land. Okay, cool. Enjoy the rest of your time. If you see a mosquito, tell it I said hi. Yeah, definitely. I will tell it. I haven't seen any yet. But yeah, and those are all just energies. So you can really tap on those, open them, close them, just like we do with portals, etc. I wanted to touch back. Oh, interesting. Yeah, and then even with, and that's again with working with Sasquatch and nature, it helps us align our chakras. We want to make sure that we're not just in these chakras up here, you guys. And I think a lot of what's happening is distortion in social media has everyone going up here when it is no, like I'm so upset with, I can't even like go on social media for a lot of the things. So we want to make sure we're anchored in our root, our solar, and our sacral. And that's by like rooting ourselves into Mother Earth, because she is our mother. She is our creation. Father Sky, Father Sun, universe, source, God, energy, however you see it. That as well, right? So anchoring in that, and then pulling in and rooting into Mother Earth, like way into the multi-dimensional center of that Earth. Root into that. Pull those energies in. Now, if you can pull both, at the same time, so this is how I keep myself clear and not allowing others to attach, is you're a funnel. Like, you're not even a funnel. You're just, yeah, like, you're just like a beam of light. We're beacons of light. We just radiate straight down from source, from the multidimensional core of Earth, come together, strengthen that light, clear it, clear it, clear it. We are the purification, right? Like, I am the purification. I am the clearing. I extend, depending on my situation, I'll extend probably 1 to 2 feet off my body. And then depending on location, I will, like when I'm doing Kriya, I'll go out further to really feel energy, bring it back in. But you can actually go and be that, even if you're thinking I'm the purification, it'll help align yourself into that beacon of light and clear any room. Like, we're so talented. Whew. Whatever that was scared me. Holy cow. That was crazy weird. Anyways, that was in my heart. Wasn't expecting that. And hello, Daniel Tucker said hi. And Ashley says hi. Anyways, so it's really, and we are the purification, right? So this is what Sasquatch asks of myself. I am that purification. I go to their land and I purify. I purify the land because we are the beacons of light. If we're staying clear, connected into our heart, go from head to the heart, into our guts even, right? Into that root, we are the purification. We are the beacons of light. And just go, envision that, pull it, feel it, see it, and you will clear. And then even cut the cords and bonds, right? Like, I just go like this, cut the cords and bonds, cut the cords and bonds, and call all your energy. Another good one to making sure that you're that clear, bright light is, I claim all my energy and power to me. I claim all my energy and power to me. I claim all my energy and power to me. Say that 3 times. You guys, you'll probably yawn, like really do that and claim that. You'll yawn. That's where you've shifted your energy. You have cleared whatever attachments, cords, bonds, all of it. It will. And I do this with my son, and it's so amazing because I know he'll be picking up off of someone's energy, and I'll be like, okay, I need you to open up your hands and close your eyes, feel it, put his hand there, right? Just so you have that thymus, that heart, upper heart, right? It's not just our heart center, it's our upper heart chakra. Okay, I don't remember all the names all the time. The thymus, which is our immune. Anyways, say that and your energy will shift, and then you're keeping your lights clear, purified, and on point, right? Keep going, and do that even when you're in stores, because we are energy beings. We don't want to be picking up off of other people. There is an energy exchange. Shaking hands is even more of an energy exchange. Hugging people is an energy exchange. You and I engaging here is an energy exchange. So, you know, that's why it's so important to know and clear all of that when you are working. And we just keep strengthening. Right. So that was my little talk on that. So that was fun. I love talking about energy and ways to clear it and connect to Mother Earth, Source. Bring it together. We are one. Boom, boom. But anyways, this is it. Thank you so much. We'll see you guys Thursday, not tomorrow. Thursday. You've got that down, down. Yes. Thank you. Embrace the journey, Daniel, John. Namaste, forget me not. Thank you. I will not forget. The Vernon 52, Camping with Sasquatch. All of you who have shown up tonight, so appreciate you. Thank you for being a part of this community and helping us all grow together and get stronger and awaken humanity alongside nature. I'm Ash K. Don't forget to like, subscribe, all of that fun stuff. Have a great evening. Much love. Thank you, guys.